class we have started quadratic equation, and quadratic equation in one variable is defined as an equation in which the highest power of the variable is equal to 2. And it is form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And we have three methods that we can use to solve quadratic equation. They have factorization method, completing the square method, and formula method. Now, procedure to follow if you want to use factorization method is that you have to multiply the first term of the quadratic equation by the last term. Then the answer gotten, you have to look for two factors of that answer. If you add them together, you must get the middle value. Now, we can come across some quadratic equations which we cannot solve using factorization method. So that is where you can use completing the square method or you go for formula method. Now, to understand completing the square method, you have to understand what is known as perfect square. Perfect square is the multiplication of the same number together twice. The answer gotten is known as perfect square. For example, if I multiply 3 by itself, 3 multiplied by 3 is equal to 9. That 9 is the perfect square. Now, if I go to algebraic now, if I have 2 minus x squared is the same thing as 2 minus x multiplied by 2 minus x. This 2 minus x squared is also a perfect square. Come across some expression or equation which are not perfect square, so we have to change them to perfect square. That is where completing square method comes in. Number must be added to x squared minus 4x to make a perfect square. Question mark. Now, you can see solution. You can see that x squared minus 4x is not a perfect square. So we want to make it a perfect square. So the next thing is that we have to make the number, we have to represent the number that we must add to it to make it a perfect square with any alphabet. So let k be the number to be added to x squared minus 4x. So we have x squared minus 4x plus k. Now, to make it a perfect square, I explained earlier that if we have any algebraic like this, x plus a, then you square it, it's already a perfect square. So we want to make this expression a perfect square. So that is where we represent this one by that one. Now, we need to expand x plus a, everything squared now. So x squared minus 4x plus k is the value of this k that we want to find is equal to, if we expand this one, you know that x plus a squared is the same thing as x plus a bracket x plus a. So let's expand. X squared minus 4x plus k is equal to x multiplied by x squared, x multiplied by plus a is plus ax, a plus a multiplied by x plus ax, plus a multiplied by plus a squared. Now, you have to equate the two equations together now. Now, here we can see that x squared will cancel x squared. So, minus 4x is the same thing as 2ax. Adding this one together gives us 2ax. And here, k is the same thing as a squared. So let's call this one equation 1 and call this one equation 2. So from equation 2, here x cancel x. So minus 4 is equal to 2a. So from here, divide both sides by 2. 2 here, 1, 2 here, 2. So A is equal to minus 2. A is equal to minus 2. And K is equal to A squared equation 2. So substituting A is equal to minus 2 into equation 2 gives the following. So wherever we see A, we are going to put minus 2. So K is equal to minus 2 squared. So K is equal to minus 2 multiplied by minus 2. Minus multiplied by minus is equal to plus. 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4. So K is equal to 4. So the number that must be added to x squared minus 4x is equal to 4. So plus 4 will make it a perfect square. Now, to write it in a perfect square form, you take x, then you take half of the middle one. The coefficient of the middle of x here is 4, is minus 4. So half of it, half of minus 1 over half of minus 4 is equal to minus 4 over 2, which is equal to minus 2. Then so you take that minus 2, that half, then you bracket everything together. If you expand it, you must get x squared minus 4x plus 4 back. So let's check. X minus 2 squared is equal to x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 2. So x multiplied by x squared. X multiplied by minus 2 gives minus 2x. Minus 2 multiplied by x gives minus 2x. Minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 gives plus 4. So we are left with x squared minus 2x minus 2x gives minus 4x, then plus 4. You can see that is how to do it. So we are going to solve more examples for you to understand it better. Make each of the following expression a perfect square. A, x squared plus 8x. B, y squared minus 7y. Solution. So let's quickly use another method now. So A, x squared plus 8x. Now, what is the coefficient of x here? The coefficient of x is 8. Coefficient of x is 8. Now that is the first step. Then step 2 is that half of, we are going to find half of the coefficient of x. So half of coefficient of x be equal to 1 over 2 multiplied by 8, which is equal to 4. So square the answer, that is square the half of the coefficient of x, which is 4. So square 4. So square 4 gives 4 squared, which is equal to 4 multiplied by 4, and that is equal to 16. Now add 16 to the expression. So it is 16 that we are going to add to that expression to make it a perfect square. So x squared plus 8x plus 16. For you to write it in a perfect square, so what we are going to write here is that we take x, then half of the coefficient of x is 4. So you add it to it, then you square it. So that is a perfect square. Let's check whether we are going to get x squared plus 8x plus 16 back. Check. X plus 4 squared is the same thing as x plus 4 multiplied by x plus 4. So x multiplied by x gives x squared. X multiplied by plus 4 gives plus 4x. Plus 4 multiplied by x gives plus 4x. plus 4 multiplied by plus 4 gives plus 16. So we have x squared plus 8x plus 16. Isn't that simple? Now B, y squared minus 7y. So let's use the formula that we used for the first example for this one. Now you let the number that you have to add to this expression, you let it be any alphabet. We used k the other time, you can still use k now. So you add that k, this is y squared minus 7y, add k to this expression. So then you use any number, any perfect square, let this expression to be equal to any perfect square. Now from here, we have y squared minus 7y plus k. So let's expand this one. So this one will give us x squared plus 2ax, then plus a squared. So you can check later. So now you equate now. So instead of, since we are using y here, so let's use y here also. So this one will give us y squared. So this y squared will cancel y squared. So minus 7y is equal to, so we are using y here. So it's equal to 2ay equation 1. Then k is equal to a squared. So here y cancel y. So minus 7 is equal to 2a, divide both sides by 2. So a is equal to minus 7 over 2. So you substitute that one inside this equation. Let's call this one equation 2. So that means wherever we see a, we are going to put minus 7 over 2 and we square it. This one gives us minus 7 squared is equal to plus 49. Then 2 squared is equal to 4. So that means we are going to add 49 over 4 to this expression, y squared minus 7y, to make it a perfect square. So y squared minus 7y plus 49 over 4 is a perfect square. So for us to write it, you write y, then half of coefficient of y. Coefficient of y is minus 7. So half of it, you add it to it. So minus 7 over 2, you square it. So let's check whether we're going to get y squared minus 7y plus 49 over 4 back. Check whether we're going to get y squared minus 7y plus 49 over 4 back. So this one means y minus 7 over 2 multiplied by y minus 7 over 2. So y multiplied by y gives y squared. Y multiplied by minus 7 over 2 gives minus 7 over 2y. Minus 7 over 2 multiplied by y gives minus 7 over 2y. Minus 7 over 2 multiplied by minus 7 over 2 gives plus 49 over 4. So y squared minus 7 over 2y minus 7 over 2y. So the LCM is 2. That is minus 7 minus 7 gives minus 14. Then y plus 49 over 4. So y squared minus 7 divided by minus 14 divided by 2 is equal to minus 7. Y plus 49 over 4. So you can see that it's very, very simple. So thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you. In the next class, we are going to study completing the square method fully.